What's up, Fuckup Nights? I said, what's up, Fuckup Nights? That feels good. It's good to see you all. Thank you for coming. So here's the thing. I think that timing is important. Timing is meaningful. So tonight, I'm going to talk about this company that I started. I resigned from a job and I started a company. Tomorrow would be 1 year where I resigned from a company where I spent 15 years of my life, and then I started something. And I'm still processing what that means for my life. So welcome to my therapy session. We're gonna go through a couple of things, and I hope I feel better by the end of it. And I'm just glad you guys are here to be a part of that, so thank you so much. You heard Puffy, so about them Benjamins, we didn't get to the big verse. It's part of, Lil' Kim, I think, has the best part of that song. But it was the 90s, the end of the 90s, and this was super significant for me. I walked across the stage in North Carolina State University. I got a degree in electrical engineering, and I was so mindful of all that it took for that moment to happen. All the sacrifice that my mom made, thinking about my grandfather's life. So this is a big deal. And then, not only did I get a degree, I got a good job. That was the goal, right? Get a degree, get a good job. And that happened. That's the 90s. I'm also this guy. I'm on stage. Most of my life, I had a mic in my hand. I had an instrument in front of me. I don't know a moment in time where I wasn't performing. That was true in high school, it was true in college, and it was true as I started my career. So I was working for this multinational telecommunications company doing work as an applications engineer. So I was helping to understand how products were being used in the marketplace. I was the authority in how you would use them. I was support to sales staff. So it was good. It was good. I liked it for the most part, but I loved this. And it was something about being on stage, the crowd in front of me. And I flowed in my gifting and in my talent. It just came out of me in a way that it was so different than I was doing as an engineer. But it wasn't just the things I got to do on stage. I stepped backstage too. So I decided that I was more interested in just learning a little bit about everything. So I was running sound. I was running lighting. I was managing talent. Then I started designing the shows and promoting the shows and hosting the shows. And I absolutely loved it. So I'm spending my days, this nice company, and I'm doing things that I think add value. I'm doing things that I think are important. My peers like it. I think it's good. I introduced them to a PDF. They didn't know what a PDF was. It's fantastic. It's also the 90s, man, so like, come on, the internet was new. But my boss didn't agree. So I would say, hey, I want to spend time in the lab, and I want to really understand how this product is going to work well in this system. And he would say, so I really want you to read the manual on how the product works. But I just want to go to the lab. Like if I can go in the lab and just set it up, I can understand how it works. He's like, yeah, but if you could just read the manual, like that would be really great. So we had this constant tug of war about what was important and valuable for my job. And there was an opportunity for me to go to a different position, which I thought would just be a better fit for my skills. I could add value to the company, it would be valuable to me, but I needed him to endorse it. And he wouldn't do it. So I felt stuck. So I would vent. I opened a Word document, and I just started typing at work. And my venting turned to brainstorming. And I started imagining, like, what if my life was just doing the stuff that I loved? Like, what if I was spending my days just doing the things that make me happy and bring me joy, where my passions are? Like, what would that look like? So venting and brainstorming turned into a business plan, which turned into a resignation letter. And I left, and I quit, and I started this company, and it worked. Like, I was doing it. I was in Raleigh, I was in Charlotte, I was in New York, I was in Atlanta. I was doing it. On stage, backstage, working with artists. I had hair, like this is me in Atlanta, BET, award show, like I'm killing it. I'm 24 years old. I took that engineering money, I bought a house, I'm running this company out of my house, and like, this is working. And it's good, and I'm flowing in who I am, and this is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Every fuck up, there's like a first fuck up. There's a first thing you do. I bought this piece of shit. Like, this was my first fuck up. I went to Best Buy, because that's where you bought computers, was at Best Buy. I went to Best Buy. Now, here's the truth. I ain't have money. I ain't have any money. So I decided the best way to fund this company was to use my credit cards. And now you see. So I got one of those 6-month, no interest, you could pay it off in a little bit. I ain't pay that shit off. This is where it started. I really thought tonight that my story for you all was I fucked up and I put myself in a financial hole that took me over 10 years to get out of. Like, I thought that was my fuck up, but it wasn't. That wasn't it. So you remember how proud I was? Remember I told you about that? This pride that I felt of all that my mom sacrificed to secure the opportunity for me to get this degree. And here I am running this company, and I am loving the applause. What my peers say about me, oh, it feels good. I look good. I'm on TV, I'm on the radio, I'm on these stages, it looks great. But I'm failing at it, but I couldn't admit that. Because what did that mean for what my mom set up for me? This is what I do with it? This is what I do. So every day, I lied. Every single day, I got up and I lied. I decided I gotta keep this facade up by whatever means necessary. If I gotta open up a new card to do it, that's what I'll do. But I gotta keep this up. You can't know what's really going on. Your opinion of me cannot change, because see, I'm broken inside. And that self-love I'm supposed to have, I don't have it. That esteem that I'm supposed to have, I don't have it. That security I'm supposed to have, I don't have it. See, I need your applause. I need your accolades. Not now, damn it. Cut that shit out. I'm good now. That's the other arc of the story. You're fucking the whole talk up. But back in the 90s, I needed your applause. But every day, see, this fuck up was one that persisted over years. I had to keep up the facade. I had to prove to you all that I was successful. And the truth is, that cost way too much. I'm 24, I'm 25. I have chronic high blood pressure. I have migraines every single day. I just take pills to try and get rid of the pain. It was the first time that I dealt with depression. I didn't even know what it was. I didn't know what word that was. They didn't know what to call it. It has cost me way too much. And I think about the things that I still do. Because guess what, folks? I'm still on stage, right? Many of you know me for being on stage and doing stuff. But I remember the cost that I paid at that point in my life. And so that meant that I had to remember and reflect and look back on how broken I was, how empty I was. And here's the truth. You all will never take care of what I have on the inside. You will never love me enough. You'll never accept me enough. I'll never be good enough for you. That's about me. And I didn't figure that out, so I kept trying. I did more shows, hung out with more famous people. I did more things just to try and keep it up. And eventually I got found out. And that hurt. When I had to sell my house, that hurt. When I had to move into a room with my friends, that hurt. When I had to get a job, like any job, just to pay my bills, that hurt. When I couldn't pay the rent, like all these things that happened, folks started to find out maybe this isn't what we thought it was. Hey, Todd, what happened to that company? Yeah, no, I'm not doing that anymore. That's not happening anymore. So that's the fuck up I had to deal with over and over and over again. My hope is, I just want to fuck up in new ways. Like, I just don't want to repeat those mistakes, especially now that I have to live this life of a person running a company, being talent in front of people, and hopefully loving and knowing myself enough that I can be in that position and take good care of myself. Okay, I feel a little better. Thank you. Thank you.